While the DJI Mini 3 Pro is still far from getting a layer of time above it for people to want an upgrade, the rumors of the next upgraded drone, allegedly titled DJI Mini 4, is already flying about, which makes waiting on the next iteration a more sensible approach when talking about investing in a new drone. With that in mind, in our video today, we'll share a bit of the leak and some expectations from the community while trying to explain why you should indeed hold your horses in order to get your hands on the DJI Mini 4. Let's get into the details. Adding up to rumors that have been mostly unconfirmed speculation so far, we've seen a considerable number of people and YouTube comment sections talking about the kind of features they'd like to see up next from renowned drone manufacturing company DJI. With a delicate mixture of quality of life improvements most people thought were missing from the iconic DJI Mini 3 Pro, here's a basic rundown. After numerous leaks we've come across so far regarding DJI, it's only obvious by now how their R&D team would be hard to breach for any kind of information. So basically, judging from what the Mini 3 Pro lacks, we'll make a logical assumption on what you can expect from the upcoming drone. First up, it's 2022, and of course you should not settle for anything less than 5G connectivity. 5G connectivity being one of the most requested features on a DJI drone, one specific user who calls himself Skyrider wrote on the Mavic Powers forum how he'd really appreciate both mid-band and millimeter waves, which would work brilliantly on providing a significant boost in terms of both controlling the drone and receiving video feedback in real time while keeping the latency as low as possible and maintain a relatively low chance of external interference. With that comes the all-concerning issue regarding every drone ever made, the flight time. While the flight time in an average drone is largely dependent on the weight of the drone itself, it's obvious how complicated and not to mention difficult the task it would be to boost up the flight time without increasing the overall weight. However, that's not the only difficulty you'd face regarding flight time, since the core problem sits with the legal team. With the current Mini 3 Pro weighing less than 249 grams, it had the advantage of not having to go through a separate registration process, as it counts as an aerial vehicle, which ultimately made the purchase and operation of the drone a lot smoother and of course, easier. With that in mind, it's almost guaranteed at this point that DJI needs to dump the idea of shoving in a larger battery if they want to increase the overall flight time and call it a day. But here's the thing. With technology getting more evolved every day, battery density is also increasing, meaning, depending on the release date, we might see a big increase in flight time without making compensations. As for the release date, it's obvious that we are very far away from having an actual release date. However, here's to hoping that we might get to see some more news during September, since this makes the most sense when you consider the yearly schedule of DJI. We'll be back again soon with more updates on the DJI Mini 4 as soon as we get our hands on some new information. But in the meantime, do let us know your own expectations and opinions regarding the upcoming DJI Mini 4, and while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want more content like this on your feed.